Hello students, today we will be taking Unit 1 of Compensation Management. Now let's see the meaning of compensation management. Compensation management is the practice of the organization that involves giving monetary as well as non-monetary rewards to the employee in order to compensate for the time they allocate to their jobs. The service you are giving to the organization, in return to it you receive a benefit in terms of monetary or non-monetary. If you pick the right people and give them the opportunity to spread their wings and put compensation and reward as a career behind it, you almost don't have to manage them. So, if you recruit the right people in your organization as well as give them opportunities to grow, then and binding a proper compensation into it, then there is no need to manage your employee. They will be doing work very efficiently and effectively. Now, let's see another point. Compensation is the glue that binds the employee and the employer together. Now see the objectives of compensation management. First objectives, to attract top talent. So if you want to attract a best candidate in your organization, then you need to give them better compensation. It's very clear. To recruit and to retain and reward the personnel. If you want to retain your employee, then you need to give them a good compensation so that they don't leave you. To be a complaint. To be a complaint means you need to give the employee a fair remuneration according to the Labor Standard Acts. You need to give them proper compensation so that they don't have any kind of complaint with you. To maximize return of investment. Return of investment means you need to give the compensation, the amount you spend and the return you get. The compensation you have decided for your employee should stay in your budget, and even you can get a good performance of employee in return of that. Now let's see, boost employee loyalty. Yes, if you give good compensation to employee, they are satisfied with your organization and they will again be loyal with your organization. Increase productivity and profitability. Profitability of the firm increases in return to the productivity. If you feel satisfied, if you feel good, if you feel committed with your organization, then you will give good productivity. To increase the morale, your employees morale increases with the good compensation management. To build employee branding, which is a key to building a pool of potential hires. Yes, you want to join a company that give good salaries, so with the word of mouth it is being circulated that so and so company gives good amount of salary, good packages to the employees, so you feel attracted to that particular company and the company is able to attract the potential candidates in future. So these were the objectives of compensation management. Now let's see the components of compensation. Components of compensation includes financial components as well as the non-financial components. Let's see the financial components. Financial components first include the basic wage. Basic wage is the fixed amount of money that an employee will receive in return to his service given to the organization before the additions or any subtraction from his amount. So it is the 40 to 45% of your CTC. Now let's see what is CTC. CTC is a cost incurred to the company while hiring you. Is the CTC. The employee who are paid for their services are offered gross salary as CTC. Cost to company is the amount that company will have to incur on employee for the specific year. They need to pay to hire you for yearly purpose. Net salary is the amount that employee take home. With all the deductions, the amount that employee take home is the net salary. Now let's come to the dearness allowance, the amount given to the employee to compensate them for increased level of price in the economy. The increased level in the economy, the amount you receive in return to that is the dearness allowance. Incentives, the amount of remuneration that is paid to the worker over and above the nominal wages as an incentive for employee contribution to the increased production or saving time or money. The extra production or extra time saving and money the employee has done, in return to it you get the extra amount is incentive. Then bonus is the payment which is given to worker as the share of organization profit. The share of organization profit that you receive is the bonus. Now let's see HRA. HRA is a house rent allowance. If employee is living in rented house, so you get the amount in addition to your basic salary, as so that you can live in that particular rented house easily. So it is an accommodation expenses given by the company. Conveyance allowance is allowance that is given by the company for your traveling purposes. Then fixed medical allowance, the amount that an employee receive for medical terms, for medical treatments. It is fixed according to the company norms. Telephone allowances, if the employee is using the telephone, then for the official purposes you get the telephone allowances, telephone amount, bill amounts. Education allowances is the allowances that an employee receive for the educating their children. This is according to the norms of the company. Tiffin allowances, if the person is living far to his family and if he takes tiffin for his food, then the employer give the tiffin allowances to the employee. Now employee provident fund. Employee provident fund is the PF, that is a kind of a deduction from the salary of an employee, as well as employer also contributes to it. It is 12% of your basic salary. Now let's see the non-financial compensation plans. Non-financial compensation plans include recognition. You've been recognized in the department, in the office. You have been awarded in a way that people recognized you. Job responsibilities, your responsibilities increases, your job task increases. So this gives you kind of an power in your hand. So this is the non-financial benefit given by the employer. Promoting growth prospects, you have given promotions, you have given job postings through which your opportunity of growth increases. Comfortable work conditions. Comfortable work conditions are the comfortable place given to sit, comfortable place to eat, like canteens. Then crutches are given to the women employees. Then other facilities like loans facility, education facilities, proper ventilation facilities, all these employee welfare facilities will come under the comfortable working conditions. Flexible timings again is given to the employee to make them life comfortable. You can work from home, you can work in flexible hours. Then comes the fringe commissions. Commission is the part of the if you have done good in that particular sense, you get the more contribution of amount, that is the commission part. Then fringe benefits are the other benefits that is given to the employee other than your basic salary and DATA and HRA. The non-monetary and monetary benefits in addition to it that you receive is the fringe benefits. Now let's see the another topic of compensation, that is compensation philosophy. Now Lord, let's see what is compensation philosophy. Compensation philosophy is a kind of a written document that company make to know the reason behind why the compensation is provided to the employee. Compensation, it is used to attract, retain and motivate the employee. So the definition is very clear. It's a kind of a document, एक तरीके का पेपर डॉक्यूमेंट होता है जो कि आपको एक्सप्लेन करता है कि हम कंपनसेशन एम्प्लॉय को दे किस पैरामीटर्स पे रहे हैं और दे क्यों रहे हैं. नाउ ये टू टाइप्स के फिलोसफीज होते हैं कंपनसेशन फिलोसफीज. फर्स्ट वन इज द एंटाइटल्ड फिलोसफी एंड सेकंड वन इज द परफॉर्मेंस फिलोसफी. नाउ इफ एन एम्प्लॉय रिसीव द कंपनसेशन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ हिज परफॉर्मेंस outcome, then that is the performance philosophy. And entitled philosophy is the philosophy when the policy, the payment of employment should increase with the seniority or his length of service. So his salary increases because of his length of service or if he is senior, according to his seniority. Now let's see the another topic, that is the compensation approaches, the way through which the compensation is given. Time rate system, time rate approaches. Time rate approaches is the approach where the payment is given to the worker on the basis of the time he gives to the organization. So formula is time is equals to wages is equals to time spent by the worker multiplied by the rate of wage according to the time. So the time can be on the basis of the hour, it can be on the basis of per day, it can be basis on the per week, or it can be fortnight or per month. So now comes the piece rate system. Piece rate system is the amount of production you have done and the rate of that per production per unit. And the quantity as well as the quality is linked to it. So let's see again the definition. The worker are paid the wages on the basis of quantity and quality of work performed by them. Wages is equals to unit of production into rate per unit. Now let's see again another approach, that is the skill based approach. Skill based approach is the payment that employee receive on the basis of his knowledge, on the basis of his skill, his capability. The pay increases on the basis of 4 skills. First one is the horizontal skills. This involves employee can handle multiple tasks of similar type or level of difficulty. सेम तरीके के आप कितने जॉब्स को हैंडल कर पाते हैं या कितना डिफ़िकल्ट जॉब को आप हैंडल कर पाते हैं, अकॉर्डिंगली अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस स्किल इज़ द हॉरिजॉन्टल स्किल, अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस यू गेट द कंपनसेशन. Vertical skill is the employee is able to handle increased responsibilities. जब आपकी जिम्मेदारियां ज़्यादा हो जाती हैं उसको हम vertical skill बोलते हैं. Depth skill involves the high level of skill in specialized area related to the same job. Again, you are into the same job, but your specialized skill increases. This is the depth skill. Basic skill, जॉब को करने के लिए जो आपको बेसिक ज़रूरत होती है, एसेंशियल्स ज़रूरत होती है एम्प्लॉय को, उसको हम बेसिक स्किल बोलते हैं. नाउ लेट्स सी द अदर अप्रोचेस, दैट इज़ द इंसेंटिव वेज अप्रोच. वो हमने पहले भी देखा था कि जो प्रोडक्शन या टाइम या कॉस्ट के लिए आप जो एक्स्ट्रा देते हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, विद द बेसिक आपको जो एड ऑन सैलरी मिलती है उसको हम बेसिक वेज अप्रोच है, डेप्थ अप्रोच भी बोलते हैं. Now let's see the pay for seniority. And seniority pay वो होता है when you are senior to the organization, accordingly you receive the compensation, and again your performance is also linked to it. Merit pay is wholly the performance related pay. You give good performance, you will be compensated in that way. Now see, the compensation based pay is the pay structure that compensates employee on their competency based pay, according to your knowledge, according to your skill, according to your knowledge, according to your skill set, and according to your experience, you receive the compensation. Traditional approach to compensation includes the compensation given to employee for his service given, पेइंग फॉर द जॉब. ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच वो होता है जिसमें कि आप जो एम्प्लॉय जो सर्विस दे रहा है उसके बिहाफ में आप जो पैसा दे रहे हैं उसको हम ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच इन कंपनसेशन बोलते हैं. नाउ वी कम टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, नेक्स्ट topic of the compensation of unit 1, that is compensation structure. Compensation structure is the structure that determines how compensation is determined. कैसे हम एम्प्लॉय की कंपनसेशन को बनाते हैं, देते हैं. लाइक बेसिक कितना देना है, इंसेंटिव कितना देना है, कितना पार्ट होगा, हमें उनके वेरियस रिवॉर्ड्स कितने देने हैं, हमें उनको फ्रिंज बेनिफिट्स कितने देने हैं. सो दिस इज़ द स्ट्रक्चर, द वे यू गिव दी सैलरी. कैसे आपका पूरा सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर कंपनी रेडी करती है अकॉर्डिंग टू ऑल द प्रोफाइल्स इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, उसे हम कंपनसेशन स्ट्रक्चर बोलते हैं. सो लेट्स सी द फर्स्ट पॉइंट, दैट इज द मार्केट रिसर्च अबाउट द वर्थ ऑफ सिमिलर जॉब्स. वर्थ ऑफ सिमिलर जॉब्स मीन्स दैट you are into some job and again you are into a job and your similar jobs are being compared. Like teaching is compared with the other teaching profiles in the market. So numerous companies do a formal salary service that can help company determine the market rate of the job. Market में क्या rate चल रहा है इस particular job का, उसको ढूंढना. The survey company that compiles the data and report it back to the participants. These findings can be extremely accurate होती हैं. They provide good insight into the competitive rate employers are paying in the marketplace for employee performing the same or the similar jobs. Again, अब हमें जो पोटेंशियल कैंडिडेट है वो सिमिलर जॉब्स में अट्रैक्ट करना ईजी होता है जब हमें मार्केट रेट पता होता है. Let's see with this example. If we want to hire a maths teacher or a teacher, so हम और दूसरे मार्केट में हम मैथ्स टीचर का पहले दूसरा रेट देखेंगे कि व्हाट अदर कॉलेजेस और अदर स्कूल्स आर पेइंग देम. सो हम उस रेट से जब कंपनी ज़्यादा पे बुला लेगी सो हम उस पोटेंशियल कैंडिडेट को ईजिली हायर कर पाएंगे. सो हम कॉम्पिटिटर से अपने compete कर पाएंगे हायरिंग अ बेस्ट कैंडिडेट. Now the pay is also decided on the basis of below factors. अब ये तो मार्केट का सर्वे हुआ, मार्केट को कंपेयर करना हुआ, सिमिलर जॉब्स को कंपेयर करना हुआ. अब और दूसरे तरीके क्या हैं जिसकी हेल्प से हम डिसाइड करते हैं अपना पे स्ट्रक्चर? एक्सेम्प्ट एंड नॉन एक्सेम्प्ट पे. एक्सेम्प्ट और नॉन एग्जेम्प्ट पे वो होता है जिसमें कि पे स्ट्रक्चर नो ओवर टाइम पे इज़ गिवन टू द एम्प्लॉय. एग्जेम्प्ट इज हम जब ओवर टाइम पे नहीं दे रहे होते हैं. नॉन एग्जेम्प्ट पे वो होता है जब हम ओवर टाइम पे एम्प्लॉय को दे रहे होते हैं, उसका कंपैरिजन होता है. पे स्ट्रक्चर बेस्ड ऑन द जॉब फैमिली. अकॉर्डिंग टू द जॉब फैमिली मीन्स एग्जीक्यूटिव्स को कैसे पे मिल रहा है, प्रोफेशनल्स को कैसा मिल रहा है, क्लरिकल ग्रेड्स को कैसे पे मिल रहा है. अकॉर्डिंगली वी आर गोइंग टू पे देम. Based on geography, according to the location wise you have been paid. Again, you are into the similar job, but if the person is in Bhopal and another person is Mumbai, then their pay grades are similar, but their pay rate can change because of the geographical region impacts. मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज़ का एंड अर्बन एंड रूरल का दोनों का डिफरेंट होगा, बिकॉज उनका जो कॉस्ट टू कम जो इकोनॉमिक स्टेट है वो सिटी का डिफरेंट है, उनकी महंगाई स्तर अलग है, इस वजह से आपको उनको ज़्यादा पे करना होगा अगेन विद द सिमिलर ग्रेड्स ऑफ द एम्प्लॉय. Now second point is in the pay compensation pay structure is the market pay line. Market pay line वो होता है जिसमें कि कंपनी सेट करता है पे इज़ कंपेयर्ड विद द मार्केट पे. कंपनी मार्केट पे के साथ में कंपेयर करता है. टिपिकली ये मिड पॉइंट होता है. लाइकवाइज अगर हम पे रेंज देखें कि अगर एक ग्रेड को हम 25 से 30 हज़ार तक की सैलरी हम दे सकते हैं, तो उसका हम मिड पॉइंट देखेंगे कि वो एक रेंज यहाँ से यहाँ तक उस एम्प्लॉय की जा सकती है. इसके बीच में हम एक एम्प्लॉय को पैसा दे सकते हैं हायर करने के लिए. दिस इज़ द मार्केट पे लाइन. एंड इफ़ यू वांट टू हायर अ बेस्ट कैंडिडेट देन अगर हमें इससे ज़्यादा सैलरी चाहिए है, देन यू नीड टू इंक्रीज योर कॉम्पिटेंसी एरिया. मीन्स जो ग्रेड है उस पर्टिकुलर ग्रेड में जो रेंज डिसाइडेड है, मार्केट पे डिसाइडेड है, अगर वो 25 से 30,000 है तो उसका मिड पॉइंट हम उसके बीच में हम सैलरी ब्रैकेट में एम्प्लॉय को दे सकते हैं. इफ़ एम्प्लॉय वांट मोर सैलरी अमंग दिस ब्रैकेट देन ही नीड टू इंक्रीज हिज competency area. This is market pay line. Pay according to the grade and the pay range. ग्रेड वो होता है, ग्रेड स्ट्रक्चर कंसिस्ट ऑफ सीक्वेंस ऑफ हायरार्कीज ऑफ ग्रेड या ब्रांड लेवल्स जो अवेलेबल हैं. क्या क्या ग्रेड्स आपके पास में है, ग्रेड 1, ग्रेड 2, ग्रेड 3, अकॉर्डिंगली आपको हमें ब्रॉडली हमें पेमेंट देना होता है. सैलरी रेंज वो होता है द रेंज ऑफ पे एस्टैब्लिश बाय एम्प्लॉयर्स टू पे द एम्प्लॉय परफॉर्मिंग अ पर्टिकुलर जॉब और फंक्शन. एक रेंज कि हम इतने से इतनी सैलरी हम आपको दे पाएंगे. ये जनरली मिनिमम पे से मैक्सिमम पे रेट तक आता है एंड हम मिड रेंज अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑफ पे इंक्रीजेस फॉलो कर सकते हैं. नाउ कम्स द employee contributions and accomplishments. Pay is given according to their contributions and their accomplishments. जितना हम कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे हमारी सैलरी में, हमारी पेमेंट में इंक्रीमेंट्स हमें मिलेंगे, अकम्पलिशमेंट्स के अकॉर्डिंगली हमारा पे डिसाइड होता है. अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ एम्प्लॉय विथ लाइक स्किल्स इन द मार्केट. लाइक स्किल्स व्हेन लाइक स्किल मीन्स आपके पास में जो स्किल्स हैं वो दूसरे के पास में नहीं है एंड यू आर वेरी यूनिक इन द मार्केट, देन द कंपनी नीड टू पे यू मोर. एंड अगेन you can be pay with the skill range if two companies hire you at the same time. So the binding agar when one company needs a particular skill and has two people to choose from, one of can be both. It do not need to pay the employee as much money because the organization with alternative does not need to compensate the chosen employee with more than the given market rise. As they share you, so they need not need to give you the more amount of salary. Desire to attract and retain a particular employee. If you want to retain an employee, then you need to give them the particular employee good package. Now when you compare with the previous salaries of employee, again this is a very bad method of giving the employee the salary, deciding the salary structure of the employee, because if previous employer give you less salary, then your increment can be then your salary increment is not satisfactory to the employee. So the employee look for the previous salary drawn for the person to decide the salary, which can increase by again 20 to 30%. And again if you want more salary, then you need to increase your competencies. These were the compensation structures. Now we come to the next topic of this unit, that is compensation policy. Compensation policy is a basic document which drives the detail of compensation practice in organization. किस तरीके की प्रैक्टिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ऑप्ट की जाती है उसे हम कंपनसेशन पॉलिसी बोलते हैं. Compensation policy describes the detail of individual compensation components, their behavior and their role in compensation scheme of organization. अगेन ये एक डिटेल डॉक्यूमेंट है जो कि एक इंडिविजुअल कंपनसेशन कंपोनेंट्स का पूरा लिस्ट होता है, डिटेल स्ट्रक्चर होता है. लाइक आपके इंसेंटिव का, आपके डीए का, टीए का, सबका एक प्रॉपर पॉलिसी सेटअप होती है कि बिहेवियर कैसा होगा, वो रोल कैसा है, उस स्कीम का आपने क्या स्कीम सप्लाई की हैं, आपने क्या बेनिफिट्स दे रहे हैं. अगेन ये पॉलिसी है. नाउ यू नीड टू फ्रेम दी पॉलिसी. पहले हम स्ट्रक्चर रेडी करते हैं किस आधार पर हमें देना है एंड उसके बाद में हम पॉलिसी फ्रेम करते हैं. Why important? The compensation package offered to company employee is essential not only because it's cost money but because it likely to be primary reason to employees work for the firm. Why फिर पॉलिसी बनाना इसलिए ज़रूरी है क्योंकि हम कंपनसेशन देना एम्प्लॉय को, क्योंकि वो सर्विस हमें दे रहा है इसलिए बहुत ज़रूरी है. एंड इवन हमें उसको अगर रिटेन करके रखना है, उससे हमें एक एडवांटेज लेनी है. सो वी नीड टू फ्रेम अ गुड पॉलिसी. पॉलिसी शुड बी ट्रांसपेरेंट. आपकी पॉलिसीज़, आपकी फ्रेम्स, आपके रूल्स बहुत क्लैरिटी के में होने चाहिए हैं सो दैट एक काइंड ऑफ एन कन्फ्यूजन डू नॉट क्रिएट इन द माइंड ऑफ द एम्प्लॉय हु इज़ वर्किंग विथ यू. आपकी पॉलिसी बहुत क्लियर स्ट्रक्चर्ड में होनी चाहिए है. Now we come to the last topic of this unit, that is compensation trends. Compensation trends includes like skill-based pay. An employee is being paid according to his skill. This is the new trend. Again, this is the new. You need to increase your skills again and again. Then broad banding is the breakdown of salary grades. Now, previously according to your grades, like grade 1, grade 2 or clerical, then executives, according to your grade you have been paid. Now in this broad banding, you now have reduced the grade more so that the problem do not arise and you have the chances of growing more. जो ग्रेड्स हैं उनको और कम कर दिया है, मीन्स उनके जो सीक्वेंस है उनको और रिडक्शन कर दिया है. जैसे कि ग्रेड 1 था तो ग्रेड 1, फिर ग्रेड 1 ऐसे करके हमें उनका रिडक्शन कर दिया है, जिससे कि आपकी जो चांसेस इम्प्रूवमेंट्स के चांसेस हैं कंपनसेशन को बढ़ाने के वो ज़्यादा बढ़ जाते हैं. Pay will be more transparent. Like compensation policies and compensation structure जो organization में frame होता है, that should be very clear in minds of employer as well as employee. ट्रांसपेरेंट पॉलिसी होनी चाहिए, कोई काइंड ऑफ मिसकंडक्ट नहीं होना चाहिए है. सिमिलर जॉब शुड बी पेड, सिमिलर salaries. Again, if the competencies is different, then you can you need to know that how you are going to justify it, that why this particular person is getting higher salary and why this particular person is getting low salary. So the payment should be very transparent. Your policies should be very transparent to the employee. Then benefits to the employee. Again, the companies are improving their benefits. Now number of benefits like wedding gifts, then recreational facilities, then your if you have completed your target, you have been awarded with the coupons. Again, your short targets, you get various kind of rewards by the organizations, fun Wednesdays. These are the various benefits that nowadays employer used to give to their employee, so that they feel happy, satisfied and engaged in the organization. Then rewards to the top talented people. Again, the company is giving the reward benefits higher than the benefit they give to the normal employees to the top talented people, so that they remain attracted in the workplace, like international trips to them, like giving monetary benefits to them. These are the various schemes that employers opt so that they attract the people and they do not leave them. Engagement. Again, engagement is a very important part. If you are engaged, then you will be committed in the organization, and engagement is again done with the help of good compensation. आप उस particular organization के साथ में तब तक engage रहोगे जब तक वो आपको प्रॉपर पैसा देता है. Monetary money comes first, rewards come first. So, engaged employee is again gives proper productivity to your organization. These are the compensation trends. We are done with the first units. Thank you, students.